Hello, Professor Bright here. Welcome back to the Sunless Skies, where we know that there's a wonder somewhere out there, specifically in this area, somewhere, and we're curious what it is. And oh my. What glistering things have we found? Now, our goal for this episode, at least, is to get ourselves a parliamentary position over at the bit between in Brabazon. Technically, we're going to be representing Brabazon, but, I mean, while we're there, you look like something that would require mining. Do I have that attached to my locomotive? I don't right now, but I can change that very easily. Not very easily, because I have all this extra tea, and I think that's the only thing allowing me to carry it. Damn it. Makes me sad. Makes me sad, makes me feel dumb. Oh well. Anyway, we'll be back there eventually. No, we're gonna go north and around. Oh, those are probably hours too, and I could really use those. It's fine. It's fine. In the grand scheme of things, it will be fine. We have all this tea, and tea is expensive, so it's fine. We're just going to clear up some of the map, maybe find that wonder, although it didn't show up when we sent out our owl, which has me concerned, because I know it was here. Ah, there we are. That is what a wonder is, yes? Yes. Oh. Oh no, Big Ben. The Tower of Chimes. Oh, they just let it broke apart. London. I suspect this was Queen Victoria's doing on account of her being, well, a mad dictator at this point. Of course, I mean, what did they think would happen if they made their Empress immortal? Yeah, this sort of thing is expected. Oh, hey, haven't seen one of you in this area. Huh. Neat. Good to know that they have apparently... Harrington Remedial School? I'm sorry? Huh, I would have suspected that would have been a port. But according to my owl, that is not the case. Interesting, though. We're crossing over into the work world, I think, at this point. Or maybe not quite. I want to get around to that thing that's grave, and then move down to the bit between, where we'll... I mean, I'm debating whether we just want to skip through all of the options with the tour of Brabazon, because we have seen those before, but there were some choices we could make. Choices we could make differently this time, so... yeah, I think that's what we end up doing. This is going on for more than I thought it would. I wasn't expecting all this. It's making me think that there's something else here. I mean, there is. And apparently something ghastly as well. Which has me concerned. Oh, what? Oh. Well, a weft of unraveling time. You have strayed into a place where the weave of time has frayed. The sky groans, the borders that separate past and future crumble, and your engine is dragged in. I mean, pretty low chances of success, but probably the more responsible option. On the other hand, allow yourself to be pulled into the weft. You will not emerge unchanged. The sky boils, the boiler rumbles, the chimneys spume. You urge your locomotive forward into the churn of time. The present quivers, falters, and is torn away. Within the weft, past and future are not like dueling pythons. Nothing is constant. Another age washes over your locomotive and everything changes. Oh, when you leave the weft, some of your present circumstances will follow you out. Be careful when you depart. Escape days yet to come. Perhaps this is a near future. Your engine looks the same. There are familiar faces among your crew, but here beside the captain's chair is a logbook more thumbed than your own. You cannot resist perusing the accounts of journeys you have yet to make. It is not comforting reading. Yeah, the gaining of terror is going to be a problem. But I do need tales of terror, so... Last. Trapped, you order your crew to change course to steer from the weft, but it is too late. With a sound like torn canvas, another day writes itself over this one. You watch as one of your crew, his own time now inseparably tangled with one of the dying days in the weft, withers, dies, and rots in a second. Holy crap, we need to get out of these. These things are dangerous. Why did no one warn me? Oh dear. Escape the days of innocence. This is an hour from the recent past. The captain's log is open on the arm of your chair. You've just written the date of a recent departure from port. The manifest shows your stores healthy with fuel and supplies. The crew chatter cheerfully. They do not know what awaits them. If you escape, you'll gain fuel and supplies and lose sky stories and experience, but I need those. Remain in the weft. Perhaps if you tolerate this current present a while longer, or hide from it, or pray, it will pass. Perhaps another time will replace it. Perhaps you will like that time better. You have only to endure, and the chaos of the weft will sweep your current circumstances away as another time gains dominance. You can feel its approach, a roaring like a gathering tide. I mean... Escape a time when all was as good as new. An old moment from long ago, worn bright with nostalgia. This is the day you first boarded your locomotive. Her fittings gleam. She smells of fresh wood and new brass and oil. You were both more innocent then. Well, I could use the loss of terror. Losing the experience in Sky Stories is a problem, but I don't know how much. So, let's go with it. Then to... Oh! Oh! That hurt. That hurt. The controls are stiff and it takes a while for the engine to warm up. This is a time before you and your locomotive had worn each other in, but you managed to get her boiler running and edge slowly out of the weft. The past and present collapse imperfectly together. You emerge in a spick-and-span engine, but there are gaps in your memory of the time between then and now. You can feel their absence, like missing teeth. Oh dear. That was a thing. We're gonna have to keep an eye out for that. Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Okay, those bells were a bit more disturbing than I expected them to be. Not gonna lie. Oof, worrisome. Worrisome indeed. Although that loss of... It wasn't enough to lose me a facet, but ooh. Ooh. I was so close to leveling up again. Well. What is. Investigate this broken habitation. Just grab fuel, that's fine. I mean, it depends if we go through that again. Gonna have to keep an eye out for them. Oh dear. Although, those do seem kind of useful. Kind of useful indeed. Hey, got some of those bodies full of loot? Or we could reduce terror, but oh, hey. Investigate a mysterious gleaming. Some of the coffins sparkle under a shroud of glass dust. What's that among them? Something larger, winking with starlight. A treasure. You stand on the footplate, a crewman holding you by the belt of your sky suit for safety. After a few misses with a coal shovel, you hook the gleaming thing. Clouds of shimmering dust float up like a constellation of fireflies. Back aboard, you examine your catch. It is a glass hand, perfect in every detail. Its knuckles are calloused. When you peer at its fingertips, you can distinguish the whorls of fingerprints. A plain silver ring sits on one finger. Ah, this glass substance that seemed to have devoured one of the engines. And curiously seems to be devouring people. A curious thing. Curious infection of some kind. Huh. Well, we'll worry about that later. Right now, we have a career to start. Come, places to be, things to do. What's my sovereign situation again? Not great, but we can fix it. I say. Talk of the bit between. Oh, come now. Reprimand him, stuffing nonsense. You know better than that. You know I would never do such a thing. Wasting fuel. Carrying bodies back, never would do that. Right, you cost me sky stories that I just lost. What's this about the last day? Oh, I could fail to help people here again. Feel really bad about it. Let's try. Damn it. I wish I could save them. Oh. I see I would need more irons to be more successful. And I could spend a ministry stamp permit, but those are harder to get than ours, so perhaps I don't. Although, I would hate to come back here later. Unnecessarily. So let's first do this. Stand for Parliament in the Brabazon Workworld. Those who even have the time to notice your campaign are hard-edged and weary. They demand strength and purpose. 37% chance. Blast. Minor setbacks. The polls are not in your favor. Your opponents appear to have the wills of the people behind them. Fortunately, it is a long way from here to Parliament. You suspect that it will not be long before the winner tires of their new position and steps down. 15 days. I can wait. I can improve my... Oh? Workers are not yet rising up. Not just yet. Interesting. Interesting. Let's join a tour. It's not the best use of a ministry stamp permit, but I also don't want to come back here unnecessarily. Yes, the Overseer checks your permit and sets aside some Brabazon hours to be woven for you. She hands the group over to the tour leader, who shepherds you all into a side room, and we're going to skip most of this, because we just saw it, what, maybe 2-3 episodes ago? A little bit more than that, I believe, but yes. Admire these rugs. You've seen rugs like this in countless homes. They're cheap within the means of all but the poorest families. The handiwork is competent. Their predominant colors are black and gold, the Empress's favorites. Lions are popular designs, and unicorns and crowns. How patriotic. If you say so. Declare you paid for the roof over your very heads. You don't like to boast, for acts of charity are their own reward, but you are responsible for the workers' protection from the elements. Lead Overseer frowns, but does not bother to correct you. The young lady seems crestfallen. I suppose that is quite useful. Her bright smile is abrupt. That means you're very wealthy. Are you married? My brother's highly eligible. He's met her renewed majesty, you know. Delightful. Didn't get caught in our lie there. No, we've been here before. Oh, sorry. Forgot to scroll down. Hurry off after the rest of the tour. They've moved on swiftly. If you are separated from the tour, you might not be able to find your way back. Lead Overseer is all concern and smiles when you rejoin the group. Given his care now, it's odd he didn't check you were still with them when they moved on. Perhaps what matters is only what can be reported back. I mean, makes sense. Watch the rock breaking. We've done this before. Now here, where this stout gentleman says this place is marvelous, state that you are repulsed by the whole thing, and you've had enough of this farce of a tour. The man frowns. You're wrong, of course. He nods sagely. Yes, they must spend some of their years here, but what will they do with those years otherwise? Squander them, suffer, and die. His expression is condescending. Better the improving conditions of honest work, don't you think? You refrain from punching him in the smile. Liked my other option before, but Complete the tour of Brabazon Workworld. It's delightful, awful. Listen to our request, and we will have to come back here eventually. But make no promises. Make no promises. I do want to prepare something for the future, and, well, I say. Travel to Little Nights, I don't believe I can actually... Oh. That might be what we end up doing. Write a port report, though. I don't believe that this works, though. Yes. Listen to the governor's request. Overseers wait to escort you to the governor. He has requested you. A curious thing. Brabazon must be self-sufficient. Without industry to justify their lighting, our fires will go out. We must have work. His brow furrows. The workers refuse to understand that they live so long as they work. It's not a threat, it's a fact of living here. They require hope. Give it to them. Not enough to stir them into revolt, but enough that the fires remain lit. I mean... I don't... He has a certain amount of point, but also... Everything about this place is pretty awful. Just objectively. You know, the whole workers with jobs thing. Regardless, converse with the governor. The governor runs Brabazon, and I'm sorry, I said workers with jobs. Prisoners with jobs is what I meant. The governor runs Brabazon. In the absence of more direct control from London, he is all-powerful here. Let's converse. I do have all this gossip all of a sudden. He points out a plaque on the wall. This is a list of the original donors who helped us set up Brabazon Workworld. They've all contributed to this place, a place where the destitute can learn new skills and find a home. He leans back in his desk chair. Some donors visit Brabazon to ensure their good work continues. Recline on a bench. Decrease our terror as much as we can in this delightful place. The grass is immaculately cut, the hedges are trimmed, stars burn silver above, but it is hard to ignore the thunder of the hour looms, spinning their knot of hurrying time over the work world below. Return to the bit between in your locomotive. Now can we also do this? Attempt to converse with an overseer. If you are willing to stop for conversation, those that do will only linger at the little nice end of the tunnel. It's safer. Are you one of the donors? No, my mistake. The overseer tuts at the list in their hands. All our major donors have expressed a wish to see the result of their good works. It's too much to ask that they arrive on time. Bloody rich. Abruptly aware that you have not moved on, she blanches. That was a joke. Please don't mention it. Yeah, I'll take those 2 sky stories. Not quite enough. If I hadn't lost my sky stories, I could get the clay conductor, and that's kind of annoying me right now. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh dear, and I lost all my money doing that election. Well, most of my money doing that election, so... Back to London, then. Back to London, sell most of the tea, if not all of it. Oh, okay, that's the sound of me turning. Okay, I just... Thought I heard something else. Anyway. Oh? Oh. Well. Your skeleton crew are unable to keep the engine in the necessary state of repair. This morning, a leak filled an aft quarter with gray, noxious fumes. The filter in your skysuit's mask will provide some protection, but will it be enough? Probably not. Dearie me. A forced leave of absence. The fumes are thicker than you realize as you struggle to locate the leak. They overwhelm you. You wake a day later. The crew dragged you out and sealed the corridor. They've had to manage without you for the intervening period, and it has not been easy. I imagine. But it preserved our supply situation, so best of a bad set of options. Am I hearing gunfire? Cannon fire, more properly speaking. I see. Oh. Bloody hell. You won't get me that way. Get past there. There we go. Oh, that could have been devastating. Oh, that could have been very devastating. I can afford some terror, so let's search the crew cabins this time. Progress through the dreadnought is hazardous. Half of it has been reduced to wreckage. The remainder is almost entirely vitrified. Glass cracks underfoot. 7 years bad luck with every step. I've had a bad string of failures today. Let's see. Desperate measures. The captain's cabin is blocked by a cascade of falling glass that almost reduces you to a mass of crimson ribbons. You are forced to seek answers elsewhere. In another cabin, you find navigation logs. They detail a change of mission away from London. A Ministry of Works permit, stamped and sealed, gives the captain a broad remit to requisition materials for the maintenance of the Clockwork Sun. I see. Now, I saw another one. I believe we have more than enough strength to deal with it. If we could find it again. Well, in the absence of another enemy, let's push onward. Oh no. Get the engines going forward, please. Thank you. Let's send the owl out once, just to see if we scout out any opportunities. Oh? Well, let's see what it is. Is that the sound of the Tower of Chimes? What used to be Big Ben, back before London fell. Curious. I mean, I'll take that. That was effectively, what? 7 times 3, 21 sovereigns worth of material. Let me get this spot off the map. More out of vanity than anything else. Never mind. We got something valuable. Never mind. More important things happening. What you got for me? Hope it's something valuable. Fuel. Fuel's always useful. Especially now that they've decided to zoom in and tighten things up. Which is always worrisome to me. Listen to those sounds of industry. Ain't it beautiful and horrible? I should double check, but I think this is the music from Sunless Sea. Or there's a variation on it. Huh. Kinda cool if that's the case, if that is the truth. Which, questionable. Hire on crew though, please, 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 please. I have no money. Right. You guys want to get paid. Keep forgetting that. Let's wander the streets real quick, see if that gets me anything. The answer was no. The light of the Clockwork Sun is fierce. It sears away the smog and lights up the glass and smoky stone of London's buildings in a brief moment of splendid radiance. Wander the streets, I suppose. A Punch and Judy show is going on near St. Dominic's. Punch has been replaced with the old sun, Judy with her renewed majesty. Plainclothes auditors look on from the crowd. Curious. Let's go to the Steam and Sapphire Yards. I just want to make sure. I can't investigate those without savage secrets. Right. A shame. Although, question, if I inspect the wares, will he eventually say, hey, check it out? We're willing to take reports from you rather than forcing you to use this, well, some people you don't want to work for. Oh. Clockwork Sun lies to the east-northeast of London. I'll take that, thank you very much. Well, 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 we have a direction to go. Now, I only need 3 caddies of tea, so sell the others. And let's get our hands on, say, that seems reasonable. Let's go with that. A little bit of a profit, not as much as I would like, perhaps, but enough for now. And before we close out, let's go to the ministries. Given our port reports, of which there are no... Wait, those aren't hostile. What the devil? Right, because I didn't do repairs, so this critical damage thing is still happening. Right, and I forgot to get more crew. Yes, that's a problem. Great. Made it worse. Yeah, let me... One thing at a time. Let's get the ministries, hand in our port reports, go back, get some crew, and then we'll be prepared for our next expedition. I think that is reasonable. East-northeast, though, so that would be east, then north, so somewhere in here. Leaning more towards east than north, basically. And dock. Hello, I believe... Actually, we have other things to talk about here. Deliver our port reports, because we have no other option, really. And let's get our crew before we make any other decisions. Okay. I see the lag of loading is still happening. Though what it's loading in, well, that's a good question. I do not know. I do not know, I do not understand, and actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we really should go back up there. But I think I'm going to leave that for next episode, I believe. I believe that is the most responsible option I have right now. For good or ill. And who knows, I might get distracted by something at port. Seems unlikely. Seems that the hub port for each region seems a little empty of opportunities. At least as far as I can tell. Hire on crew, though. I need a lot of you. Damn it. A long day of interviewing, assessing, and haggling. The poorer candidates are weeded out. The stronger ones offered a place on board. Good, 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 good. Okay, so we are prepared for our next expedition to the Clockwork Sun. And a brief chat with the Horological Office on account of that whole Weft of Time incident. And maybe we actually do the math properly this time and get ourselves a license. We'll see. We shall see. For now, though, thank you for your time. Note the like, comment, and subscribe buttons below. Use them responsibly. And I will see you all soon. Bye-bye.